What ecosystem are you coming from?
Solana.
Polkadot.
Ethereum, Solana.
Solana.
Most familiar with Solana.
It's mostly Ethereum or EVM based.
I'd say Solana. I mean, we did operate on Ethereum and Bitcoin and some L2s as well.
Oh yeah, we build on top of Wormhole right now.
Solana.
Mostly Ethereum and Solana.
Multichain for me represents the freedom to, build app-specific blockchains.
A multi-chain means basically that we show each other that we can all work together for a better future and not work against each other.
I mean, I guess we're at the point in crypto where everyone, or like most people, recognize that we have a lot of chains, and probably there's not going to be one winner, but like a lot of like chains that are still going to be relevant. So being multi-chain is super important to connect the chains.
The opportunity to onboard more and more people from Web 2. I mean, if we just concentrate on one chain, that's not going to be enough. So yeah, multi-chain is the way.
Multi-chain at its core means thinking without borders. So when we think about multi-chain, we're thinking about not just the end users and the application builders, but we're also thinking about infrastructure providers and the layer 1 protocols themselves. Different layer 1 protocols have different use cases and they have different strengths and also weaknesses. So layer 1s have trade-offs that developers and institutions building on top of are actually aware of. So if you want to build an app on, let's say, an Arbitrum or a Solana because it's fast and performant, you might actually want users to be able to bridge their assets or actually refer to assets on another chain that they might consider more secure as a hub or home for their assets in DeFi.
Have those protocols connect to each other, have different blockchains connect to each other, talk to each other.
Multi-chain means to me that we're actually working together on a larger scale to bring Web3 and what decentralization means to the world in a much larger way, that we're getting out of our silos, we're getting out of our little bubbles of our own blockchains and potential tribalisms, and we're actually working together toward a future that we all really, really believe in.
Yeah, multi-chain is very interesting in some way, right? You all these different virtual machines, different environments that it's an interesting problem to solve where, you have to kind of sync all these chains. Multi-chain is also cool because you have also different apps that can talk to each other. Multi-chain for us means like any user should be able to come to any blockchain, should be able to do whatever they want, right?
I'd say Wormhole aims to be an end-to-end platform in many ways, but also over time more modular. So right now you can see Wormhole as a one-stop shop, or originally people would see Wormhole as a one-stop shop for maybe bridging mainly. What we're doing at the moment is we're modularizing the framework so that users, developers can access data via Wormhole in ways that are maybe 10 times more efficient than, say, pushing a message. So you can start to pull messages. On top of that, we have like product suites that users or developers can actually pull off the shelf and then use those within their dApps simply. But then that's backed by the full infrastructure. So not just relayers, but also say explorers like Wormhole Scan on top of that. And then below that, in terms of the verification mechanisms, we're looking to new verification mechanisms as well and working with our current infrastructure providers to provide one happy galaxy of interop protocol services. Human beings are social creatures at their base. So Wormhole is actually something that brings together disparate blockchain countries and enables them to communicate within each other. Wormhole is the connective tissue between blockchains, applications, and ultimately people.
I can only speak for myself. I think we have a lot of contributors who support the Wormhole protocol, Staking Facilities obviously being one of them. So my personal vision for the protocol would be to see it continue to power natively multi-chain protocols. I think that's going to continue to be important. I think token transfers will always be a core part of our business and where we see a lot of volume through the protocol. But really thinking about consumer products, thinking about that next generation of users, we want to be building for those user experiences instead of just for the handful of people who are willing to stomach the crypto UX today.
I mean, our stance is that we want to obviously bring variety to our users, to our developers, but also to the end user. So we love to work with Wormhole, but we will go wherever our users and our devs demand us to go, and just like really make sure that we continue our DevX also on like the interoperability layer without compromising security.